Well, what do we have here? The World Bank classifies XRP as stablecoin for cross-border payments. Does that mean the price of Ripple will rise if it's a stablecoin? Because last time I checked, stablecoins were pretty stable. The World Bank classification of XRP as a stablecoin in the context of its utility in the payment landscape has recently resurfaced in the crypto community. World Bank calls XRP stablecoin. Notably, the classification came in a November 2021 research paper titled Central Bank Digital Currencies for Cross-Border Payments. The report considered the endeavors undertaken at the time to streamline cross-border payments for efficiency and cost-effectiveness. This is not going to stop. Ripple is really going to take over, and so are cryptocurrencies. It recognized stablecoins as a digital currency category that provides instantaneous processing and secure payments. In particular, the report laid emphasis on their stability concerning parity with fiat currencies. Based on this premise, the World Bank identified two virtual assets that they believe fall into the stablecoin category: Ripple's cross-border payment currency XRP and the native asset of the Stellar Network XLM. The World Bank report also emphasized that XRP and XLM enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments than traditional corresponding banking methods. Sean McBride, a former director of global talent acquisition at Ripple, recently brought the crypto community's attention to this World Bank's classification of XRP. Ripple needs no other stablecoin. The context of the conversation revolved around speculation regarding when Ripple might contemplate using its own stablecoin. Pseudonymous but renowned XRP community figure Raf of Kahneman pondered whether Ripple's recent custody acquisitions hinted at underlying plans for such a move. Rafa Kahneman envisioned a scenario where Ripple could utilize the stablecoin in an automated market maker's liquidity pools and list it on exchanges with significantly higher attestation and compliance levels than USDT and USDC. The Ripple director chimed in acknowledging WOK's Rafa Kahneman's proposal. However, he questioned the rationale behind moving away from XRP and its utility, especially considering the progress. He pointed out that many, including the World Bank, already classify XRP as a stablecoin. So, what did Rafa Kahneman said? At what point does Ripple issue their own stablecoin? Do the custody acquisitions suggested? Use it in AMMLPs, put it on exchanges with much greater attestation and compliance than USDT, USDC, maybe too much capital outlay. The automatic market maker is awesome, but who will fill layer protocols? Liquidity pools? Ripple has tons of capital. I'm super interested in your thought here, though. Why move away from XRP and its utility with progress being made, and many, including the World Bank, already classified XRP as a stablecoin? Thank you for all your research and insight. In response, Rafa Kahneman clarified that his suggestion was not about moving away from XRP, but creating a liquidity generated through the automatic market maker. He highlighted that numerous reports cite XRP's volatility as a drawback for payments, a perspective he does not entirely share. Notably, the Crypto Basic recently called attention to a proposal scenario where XRP integrates stablecoin functionality via automatic market makers to address the stability demands of the banking sector. However, the scenario remains highly speculative, with community members contending showing that XRP can never be a stablecoin. Okay, so will XRP be a stablecoin or will XRP not be a stablecoin? That seems to be the question of the day. That must mean XRP has made a lot of progress. So now we have some pricing news about XRP. Ripple XRP price hits 55 cents, riding the wave of Bitcoin price rally and surge in on-chain activity. XRP price hit a high of 55 cents on Thursday as Bitcoin's price rally fueled gains in top altcoins. Ripple trade volume nearly doubled this week, climbing to 1.46 billion on February 15. Pro-Ripple attorney condemns the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple in response to Chair Gary Gensler's comments on crypto. XRP price hit a peak of 55 cents early on Thursday. All coins like XRP noted gains as Bitcoin price rallied past resistance to $52,500. Bitcoin's bull run ushered a market-wide recovery in altcoin prices. Apart from the Bitcoin effect, Ripple on-chain activity likely also helped catalyze the recent gains alongside other developments in the Ripple ecosystem. According to data from crypto intelligence tracker Sentiment, the volume in Ripple nearly doubled from 578.41 million to February 10th to 1.48 billion on February 15 in 5 days. Wow. The surge in volume implies that the demand and relevance of Ripple has increased among market participants. Ripple recently revealed its plans to expand into the custody business with its acquisition of Standard Custody. As the payment giant pivots from its cross-border payment remittance business and expands to related infrastructure services for financial firms, it is likely to boost the demand for Ripple Ledger services. Find out more about it here. Bitcoin price rallied to a peak of $52,500 on Thursday, catalyzing a rally in altcoins in the ecosystem. Ripple price climbed to a peak of 55 cents alongside BTC. Technical analysis XRP price rallies towards its 60-cent target. Ripple price is currently in an uptrend. The altcoin is rallying toward its 60-cent target, a psychologically important level for the asset. Ripple price faces resistance at its 50% Fibonacci retracement level of the decline from the 2024 peak of 64 cents to its January low at 56 cents. Ripple prices rallied to 60 cents represents a climb of over 10%. The green bars on the moving average convergence divergence, an awesome oscillator, indicators suggest that Ripple price uptrend is intact and there's positive momentum. Let's see. A daily candlestick close below the 50-cent level could invalidate the bullish thesis and signal a sweep of the January low at 48% before another possible Ripple price recovery. Okay, so this is just like some technical analysis. People are just trying to show why their technical analysis is better. That they're using the MACD or the AO oscillator. They're just saying that, hey, like, I'm using these indicators, and based on my indicators, I believe this. I don't really buy it. You gotta do your own technical analysis. Okay, so SEC versus Ripple lawsuits frequently asked questions. Is Ripple a security? It depends on the transaction, according to a court ruling released on July 14. For institutional investors or over-the-counter sales, Ripple is a security. For retail investors who bought the token via programmatic sales on exchanges, on-demand liquidity services, and other platforms, Ripple is not a security. How did the ruling affect Ripple in its legal battle against the SEC? The United States Security and Exchange Commission accused Ripple and its executives of raising more than $1.3 billion through an unregistered asset offering of the XRP token. While the judge ruled that the programmatic sales are not considered securities, sales of Ripple tokens to institutional investors are indeed investment contracts. In the last case, Ripple did breach the U.S. securities law and will need to keep litigating over the amount of $729 million they received on their brand contracts. What are the implications of the ruling for the overall crypto industry? The ruling offers a partial win for both Ripple and the SEC, depending on what one looks at. Ripple gets a big win over the fact that the programmatic sales are not considered securities, and this could bode well for the broader crypto sector, as most of the assets eyed by the SEC's crackdown are handled by decentralized entities that sold their tokens mostly to retail investors via exchange platforms. Still, the ruling does not help much to answer the key question of what makes a digital asset a security. So it is not clear yet if this lawsuit will set precedent for other open cases that affect dozens of digital assets. Topics such as which is the right degree of decentralization to avoid security label, or where to draw the line between institutional and programmatic sales are likely to persist. As the SEC stands toward crypto assets likely to change after the ruling, the SEC has stepped up its enforcement actions toward the blockchain and digital assets industry, filing charges against platforms such as Coinbase or Binance for allegedly violating the U.S. securities law. The SEC claims that the majority of crypto assets are securities and thus subject to strict regulation. While defendants can use parts of Ripple ruling in their favor, the SEC can also find reasons in it to keep its current strategy of regulation by enforcement. Can the court ruling be overturned? The court decision is a partial summary judgment. The ruling can be appealed once a final judgment is issued or if the judge allows it before then. The case is in a pretrial phase in which both Ripple and the SEC still have the chance to settle. Okay. So it seems that Ripple has a victory, but so does the SEC in some way, but not really, because Ripple can now be traded on exchanges, which means that if you buy Ripple through exchanges, that's fine. If you buy Ripple directly by contacting one of Ripple's like BDs, like business development agents, then that's not fine. So okay, so that means us, the regular people that are buying Ripple on the exchanges, we're fine, and that's what matters. Crypto flip after the massive Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and crypto price rally. So more price news about Bitcoin and Ripple. Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have rocketed higher over recent months, causing the Biden administration to declare a crypto emergency, with Ethereum up 50% and Ripple up 35% over the last year. The Bitcoin price has topped $50,000. We know that. Making Bitcoin a $1 trillion asset. We know that. And pushing the wider Ethereum, Ripple, and crypto market over $2 trillion. We know that. Now, as a leak revealed, the controversial central bank digital dollar could be closer than thought. Wall Street giant JP Morgan has suddenly changed its tune on Bitcoin and crypto exchange Coinbase thanks to the arrival of institutional FOMO, fear of missing out. Bitcoin's historic halving that expected to cause crypto price chaos is just around the corner. Okay, so just like regular news. And then lastly, we have Bakkt receives green light to raise $150 million through a securities sale. According to a February 14 statement from Bakkt, the company has received permission to raise $151 million by selling its securities in one or more offerings over 3 years. This comes after the firm raised concerns about its balance sheet in a letter to the Securities and Exchange Commission last week. At the time, Bakkt said it is hoped to potentially raise additional capital by issuing its listed securities in the public markets to fund its long-term vision. The firm has reported 8 consecutive quarters of net losses. Since its public listing in October 2021. In 2023, Bakkt reported revenue of $348 million for the second quarter, while revenue for the second quarter of the year before was much less, $14 million. Okay. Bakkt said last week that if it fails to raise money through debt financing or equity dilution, it will not have enough funds to continue operations. $348 million isn't enough? The uncertainty around those to the company's ambitious plans to enter new markets arose due to the company's ambitious plans to enter new markets. The firm acknowledged that it can only guarantee significant revenue growth by its historic levels. This could prevent it from achieving sustainable profitability and generating sufficient cash flow without securing additional capital shortly, Bakkt management noted. Okay, so that was like some one-off news. That was really like, hey, like we're trying to raise money. What does Bakkt even do? Okay, so let me not leave any of you hanging. What is Bakkt? Let's just find out real quick what Bakkt is, so that way we can actually have like a Bakkt, crypto custody trading and on-ramp solutions, is where businesses do crypto responsibility Our dynamic solution offers flexible ways to activate your crypto strategy. So you mean to tell me this company that has $348 million of revenue will not have enough money to continue operations, but businesses need to use this in order to keep their crypto safe? Yeah, so this seems like the whole business is going to tank if that's the case, because why would anybody put their money in here if it means that they're going to fail? Come on now. All right, well, there you have it, everybody.